Hello friends, would you like to get Gammoth early in the game? As early as getting to the third village? As soon as you get to the third village, you can come and get this monster because we can cheese this thing so easily. Now, granted, if you mess up, it can wipe your whole team in one shot. But if you don't mess up, and it's really easy not to mess up, then you can literally pick Gammoth up, one of the Fated Four, whenever you like. Alright, to prep for Gammoth, we're going to want to do a couple things. We're going to offer a charm. I would recommend going Might Charm. That way you do a little bit more damage. You don't need Adamant Charm because you won't really be taking damage. I mean, you will be taking damage, but it'll be mitigated by the strategy that we're going to be using, okay? Pray for more damage as well. Just go for the Might Prayer, because we're going to want to finish this thing as fast as possible because it does a lot of damage, and if you make a little mistake, it can cost you the match. There are ways that you can get around it, but you're going to want to try and not make too many mistakes. So anyway, let's go after it, shall we? Okay, so fast travel to where Gammoth is. It is basically in the Snowy Mountains here at the woodland area, right? So if it's your first time here, just walk down this path, take a straight left, and then you can go down the mountain to past this Everden, right to Gammoth. Gammoth is just going to be on the corner right here. So just go save at this catavan, and then do your prayer stuff. And then also, as far as equipment, you're going to want to equip anything that's going to help monsters retreat. You're going to want either talisman. You don't have to have it, but all of this will help. It's also weak to hammer, so I would just recommend equipping a hammer, having a good one going in, or a good hunting horn. And the only other thing that you need is you need to make sure you have one, maybe two, maybe three speed monsters. I'm going to literally cheese this fight using a Velocidrone, just to show you that you can do this with any monster, okay? Any speed monster. Also, you'll want to use some Hot Mist before you get into the battle. Yes? Okay. So now we are ready. Let's get the back attack. Make sure you have paintballs, too. You're going to need paintballs to increase your chances of it retreating. And let's get into it. So, it is always going to go power. It's always going to be using red attacks, so you're always going to be answering it with blue. You're never going to use anything else, except for one case I'll show you here. So, we'll just attack him here. We'll get the head-to-head, and we'll get the double attack on the head-to-head. It's, like I said, it's always going power. So just always go speed. Even when it covers itself in snow, it's always going speed. Now, you're going to want your monsters to have at least one speed move, so that in case they don't choose speed as their regular attack, you're going to want to force them to go speed. That way you can always get the double attack. You don't want it to hit you. If it hits you, you're going to lose a heart. Now, once you get your ride, don't use it. Make sure that you do not use it until it's going to use Snow Stomp, and you'll know exactly when it uses Snow Stomp, okay? So you'll see in the fight here in just a little bit. So continue to get the double attacks and just keep going in this strategy right here. Just keep going with the double attack strategy. Velocidrone, why are you using so many things other than speed? Oh, okay. So it's not going for the head-to-head. This means it's going to cover itself in snow. This is when I like to get a little bit of extra damage. So do whatever you like this turn. Once it's low on HP, that turn is when you use the paintball, okay? And hopefully you'll get lucky enough to the point where you can kill it right before, you can get a paintball on it right before it dies during that turn. So just keep going for the doubles. Once the parts that you want to go for, if you're using the hammer, you're going to want to go for the legs and the head. The legs is going to eliminate some of the damage that the Snow Stomp uses, the Snow Stomp does to you. And if you break even more parts besides the back, it'll also mitigate that damage further. So just keep going with these double attacks, and we're just going to keep cheesing it this way. Don't let it use anything else besides speed attacks, your monster. Okay. Just keep going for them double cheesies. Bam. Okay, now at this point, it's not going up for a head-to-head. That means it's going to use its Snow Stomp. This hits everything on the field and does a ton of damage. So, to basically allow you to survive this, we're going to ride on the monster, And we're not going to use the kinship skill. We're just going to do a regular attack. This way, it will knock you off of your riding animation, and you will then not lose any hearts. Velocidrone will be at really low HP, but that doesn't actually matter, because you're just going for the doubles, and it can't take any damage if you're going for doubles, right? So just keep going for the doubles, keep cheesing, you're going to be just fine. If it doesn't go for a speed move, force it into a speed move, force yourself onto the double, and you're good. You're just going to keep going. Once you fill up your gauge, if you do have multiple speed monsters, I like to switch to another monster. That way, we can start filling its gauge as well. Just in case something happens, if you accidentally use your right attack, then you can just switch to your other monster and take the snow stomp with another monster. And, you know, so it really helps. So just keep going for the doubles and keep building that kinship gauge. Now, this fight might take you a while. It might take you 50 plus turns, and that's okay because you know you're at least going to beat it. Oops. Okay. See, if you accidentally mess up and don't tell your monster to not use a technical attack, that's when you can lose a heart. So just be very cautious of what your monster is doing. Okay, at this point, we want to ride again. It's going to fill up Lagambi's HP, and then just attack one of the parts here, and you're going to survive the snow stomp. Don't use your kinship skill because honestly, surviving is more important. Okay, I'll even switch back to Velocidrone just so, you know, you can see that it can be done with literally any monster here. Now it's starting to use Snow Stomp a little more often. That's how you know it's at low HP. At this point, we're going to ride. This is going to use Snow Stomp. And we're just going to attack it. Velocidrone is getting absolutely bodied, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so this is a situation in which is really nice to have two monsters. My monster is not using the attack that I want it to use. It's not using a speed attack, and it currently has 0 gauge. This way, it's really nice to have another monster that is a speed monster just for this scenario right here. Now, leaving Velocidrone at 0 kinship gauge is also a little risky, honestly, but it'll be okay for one turn. We can switch back right after this. Literally just switch back because my gauge is already full with Lagambi. There's no point in just doing the same thing. It's going to use speed. We're going to get the double. It's already going for that. See that? It only had 1 attack with the snow, with its snow covered, right? So that's how you know it's going to be really low HP. When it only uses like 1 attack after it covers itself in snow. Don't go for your kinship skill like I almost just did. Make sure you just fight it. Tank the hit. And continue on. Now, it's this turn in which you're going to want to use a paintball. This is your only free turn in this fight. So you either do more damage or you use a paintball. Now, I don't think I'm going to kill it in 3 turns because I don't really do that much damage, but nonetheless, I want to use it just in case something happens. Damn. Okay. That's why we got Lagambi. Look at that. I'm already on turn 50. But I haven't lost any hearts. We're good, man. We could just keep going. So right here is when you kind of need some good RNG. You really want to not do a ton of damage until you have the opening for the paintball. But it's not like you can really control it that much because you have to go for the double attacks. Otherwise, you're going to get hit, right? So it takes a little bit of RNG, hoping that he does the... I really hope he does it after this move right here. Covers himself in snow, because that's our only opening for the paintball. So there's a little finagling, a little bit of luck involved here. Damn it. Okay, we didn't get lucky. We did not get lucky. At this point, you can do one of 2 things. You can sacrifice one of your hearts and just throw a paintball. You could just say, screw it, I'm gonna throw a paintball because I want the retreat chance, right? You can sacrifice 1 heart. It's not a big deal, right? 1 heart is nothing. Just like that. And we didn't even lose the heart because we killed him on that hit. Bam! And we got the retreat. What is up? That's exactly how you do it, my dudes. And I just hit 30. So again, you don't have to be at level 30. You can be at any level, honestly. My hunter took 0 damage, and my monsters, none of them died because I'm riding on them anytime that they're getting hit, right? So at that point, you're going to have the monster den. And where is it? Way over here for some reason. We'll see if we get lucky and get a good Gammoth. That'd be really cool. If you do get, like, rocked by one of his moves, or, like, something happens and you get, you know, if you accidentally screw up one of the head-to-heads and one of your monsters dies, you can use a Vital Essence if you're down to 2 hearts and you think you're going to get tanked and you think you can't tank the Snow Stomp. You could use a Vital Essence, pump yourself back up to 3, and just tank the Snow Stomp to make sure that the battle keeps going, right? So let's see if I get anything dope. It's heavy. I want like a shiny. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Kind of stinky, and it's heavy. I'm going to take it. I'm not going to be too greedy. Because I only have 1 Gammoth, and it wasn't that good. So I'm taking this one. That is a win for me, my dudes. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If it was, please share it with your friends who are playing Monster Hunter Stories too. Maybe they also want Gammoth, okay? Leave it a like if you did appreciate it. Always helps me and my algorithm. So that's always madly appreciated on my part. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Have yourselves a damn good one. We'll see you guys next time. Peace. Come on now. Let's see the baby. Oh my god, he's such a little cutie. 3 defense? He's a tank. Alright, not too bad. Not too shabby. I'm happy with that. And that's how you get a Gammoth, my dudes.